Morgan and I, all the time, make different kinds of foods, different kind of fun things. And I heard this question on another podcast that I listened to that's all about cooking. Ooh. And one question they ask every time they have a guest on is, what is your favorite kind of potato?
Oh,
The favorite way.
Kind of
Not
potato.
not like red potatoes, Yukon. No, like favorite type to cook potatoes. Favorite
like
way potatoes
mashed
are cooked.
potatoes.
Yes, like
French
that.
fries.
Scallop
Pretending to say
potatoes.
Scallop potatoes, baked potatoes.
And we have some special guests.
We do have some
For
special
the beginning
guests.
part, it is National Take Your Kids to Work Day.
Woo!
We wanted them to be part of the question, a part of the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep, to answer. So let's start over here with Sir Reese.
Sir
Ryan
Reese.
Adams.
Hello.
What's your favorite type of potato, Reese?
French fries.
Oh,
Ooh, French fries.
French fries.
Wait, where from
where?
though? Where
Yeah.
from?
Ooh, yeah. Homemade.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Those are good. Those are good. Those are good.
McDee's.
Okay.
Jack, this is unfortunate. We're going to continue this conversation. My computer's about to die. Could you go get the power cord from my desk and we'll just keep it rolling?
We'll keep rolling.
keep
Awesome
rolling.
producer Jack
Thank you,
who's going to
Jack.
help us out.
I came unprepared, apparently.
Okay.
Yes, bro, yes.
Currently,
Yeah.
my favorite type of potato is you get the little baby potato. I don't know what it's called, so I'm going to describe the process. You get the baby potatoes. Okay, you quarter them long ways, so they're kind of little baby potato spears.
Yeah.
Okay. Boil them for a second, then you throw them in the air fryer, and they're crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. And I could just eat like a whole bowl of those. So little seasonings and butter all over them. So
Yes.
good. I don't know what it's called. If you know what it's called, put it in the comments. But that.
Wow.
Okay, I think we're up, Hadley. Okay. Oh, these are my kids, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
In case you
these
don't
are
know.
Nick's kids.
Reese,
They're random
Hadley,
kids we found.
Ainsley. We didn't just
Random kids
nationally
off the
take kids to work
streets.
day off the streets.
And we were like, oh,
This is my kiddos.
Randos.
Okay, Hadley, what's your favorite way to do a potato? Do you like mashed potatoes?
Fries.
French fries.
Do you like homemade? Do you like
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Man,
Hadley.
a Wendy's potato's pretty good. Little
Yeah.
Wendy's French fry.
not my favorite, but
I
I'll
like
eat
the
'em.
little skin on it.
I don't mind it. I don't hate it. But I would say my favorite French fry is a curly fry from Arby's.
Ooh, yeah. That's
So, but my favorite way to do a potato, I can't do it all the time, but
Okay.
like bang for the buck on flavor is scallop cheesy potatoes
Ooh, yeah.
in little ramekins.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And yeah. And we'll bake them individually with some Gruyere on top.
Ooh, yeah.
Yum.
That sounds delicious.
I make a good scallop potato, don't I, Reese? The ones in those little ramekins.
little ramekin potato.
Those are pretty good.
Okay, Ainsley, we're up. We've been preparing. Okay, Ainsley, go ahead. Tell them your favorite potato.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
And when with your chicken nuggets, what do you have with your chicken nuggets?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes?
Ooh, mashed potatoes.
Really?
French fries.
Oh, French. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
there
we've
we
been
go.
talking French fries. From where? Say
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yes.
She said she needed to say chicken nuggets with her French fries. She
Yes.
said,
Yes,
that's
very
allowed.
specific.
That's
She was
allowed.
like,
It's a combo deal.
It's a
with
combo
her.
deal. We
So I
approve
said,
it.
Of course.
We approve it.
Of course.
Ainsley, don't touch the mic, okay? Okay, well, guys.
Are you
Gracie
kidding?
never again.
Are you kidding? I didn't say mine.
You went, no, I think that's good enough. I think we're good.
Everybody that has a good opinion in this room is done. So
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say my favorite is mashed potatoes, but they have to be like flavored mashed potatoes. You know, like some garlicky mashed
Yeah.
potatoes. Like
Yeah, yeah.
great. Like I love mashed potatoes so much. When we have like meals with turkey and stuff, I just eat mostly
Just
mashed potatoes.
Are you talking? Is it skin in mashed potatoes? or
No,
skin
oh my
off?
gosh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Disgusting.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's mine.
Do you do any Parmesan in your mashed potatoes?
Yeah, Parmesan.
And then do you do heavy cream?
yeah, heavy
milk.
cream.
Lots
so it's
of
like
butter.
all of the nutrition
butter.
of potatoes is gone.
But
Yeah,
of everything
it's just amazing potato-ness.
It's just yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
kiddos. So we're gonna start our podcast, but before we leave this pre-segment,
pre-segment.
I want you to say anything that you want to say. Kids say the darndest things. Say
Darndest.
anything
Say the
that's on
darndest
your
things.
mind into the microphone.
Whatever.
Whatever you want.
What's the what?
Reese is so rude.
Hello.
Marshmallow?
Marshmallow?
Yeah.
Oh, marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Give me a sentence.
Yeah,
say
a
a sentence
sentence.
that's on your mind.
I want pizza. Do you have a sentence, Ainsley?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Amen.
Hey, hallelujah.
Okay, Reese, what do you got? Give me your best one-liner. And talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
Right here.
Talking to the mic. What do you got?
Don't touch it right now.
Wow, riveting.
Wow, Reese,
Come
great
on,
job.
say something. Anything.
Mike.
Yeah, this is the mic.
There we go.
And there we go.
And
there
there we go. That was amazing.
Okay, all right, kiddos, you get to go watch us film our podcast
That was
for
awesome.
your
Don't forget your drink.
bring your kids to work day.
Good job, guys. Good job.
And
Jack's gonna plug this thing in here while we start our podcast so we don't die.
Oh my gosh, that
And
was
there we go.
so funny.
And
there we go.
There we go. That
And
could be
there
our
we
new
go.
like opening line.
there we go.
I was
like-
just, I have to say, Ainsley bit my butt.
I was watching it. She was like,
I was like, whoa.
You're crazy, girl.
Ainsley, you're crazy.
she's just standing over there like this.
She's standing
Ainsley,
there like
I love you,
Superman.
Ainsley. Oh
Oh
my
my gosh,
gosh.
she is a
She was
hoot.
just smiling.
She's
She's
so
like,
funny.
I do what I do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Everybody, welcome to the Almost Sunday podcast. We're so excited. If we're a little distracted at any point today, it's probably these three adorable kids over there that are doing like wavy hands.
Woo!
They got their swig drinks with them today. We got
Yeah.
swig.
Shout out to our
Remember, we're-
sponsor.
Shout out
Our
to our sponsor,
sponsor.
Swig.
Love it.
And the kids, I don't think they've ever had it. They've had some of my leftover, like warm, like been
Watered down
watered down.
Swig.
So this is
Nasty.
their
It's a big day for them.
big day.
Big day for them.
Big day.
Oh, guys, it's a good day.
It's a good
It
day.
is a good day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's gonna be a
Good
good
day.
day. Good day. Gonna be. I don't
I don't think
listen,
that's how
I
it
don't
goes.
know how it goes.
I was with you for a second.
Okay, fine. How's it go?
It'll be a good day. Good day. No matter what they say.
Say.
The sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. Okay, yep.
It's gonna be a good day. Good day. Okay. Well, all right, guys. I have something huge. Huge
I'm
to
excited.
announce. Huge to
Huge
announce.
to announce.
To announce.
I am 73% sure Cooper doesn't know.
73?
I am
73.
99% sure Gracie doesn't know.
Ooh.
Wow, okay.
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 73%.
I know that this episode's going to air here in a couple of weeks, but
Okay.
this week something big is happening.
Okay.
The week that we're filming this.
I know something big is happening this week, but I don't know if it's the thing you're thinking about.
I have no idea what's happening
You think of
this
the NFL
week.
draft?
Well, yes, but something else.
Oh, maybe no.
Is
Maybe I'm down to 63%.
Ugh.
It's not happening this week.
No, but happened this week. Okay.
Not is happening.
Guys, stop with the cryptic. Just tell me what's going on. I don't know. I have no idea what's going
You know,
on.
it'd be so funny if you told me beforehand and this was all a bit just to make Gracie feel out of the loop.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the video.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna talk. I'm gonna reveal to you something, hopefully, that is new to you, that is big to me.
I think I know what it is.
Baseball.
Yeah.
It's got to be baseball.
You know what it is?
I know what it is.
Okay, I'm down to like 1%.
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Okay, but you don't know nothing.
I've
You
never-
don't
Back-
know
I don't
nothing.
know nothing.
Back-to-back weeks, I roped in baseball to the podcast. Let's go.
Is
You
it
don't know
baseball?
Nothing.
It is baseball. Here
Yep.
we go.
I don't know
Let's
anything
go.
about
This is
baseball.
Reimagine, redefine, and redevelop Crown Center in an 85-acre plus setting here that will instantly become the largest sports anchored downtown development of its kind. It will advance the purpose of the Crown Center neighborhood, a place where people gather, connect, celebrate milestones, and create lifelong memories.
I didn't
So
understand.
The
fun.
Royals had a news conference yesterday.
Yeah.
And they announced that down at Crown Center,
I love Crown Center.
they're
So fun.
not taking over Crown Center, but the old, the Hallmark headquarters building, which has been there
Yeah.
since like 1930 something,
Yep.
is donating their space. And their building's going to get tore down, and Royals Stadium is no longer going to be where it is. It's going to be downtown by Crown Center.
Yeah.
Brand new stadium. like a $2 billion.
It's gonna be so sick.
Aren't they moving the Chiefs Stadium too?
They are.
They are.
Look,
Thank you. Hold your applause. Hold your
Gracie.
applause. Okay, wait, that's so fun. But are they not going to do the Hallmark Christmas thing anymore?
Well, no, they still will. Hallmark said they're not leaving Kansas City.
Okay.
They were just like offering up the space.
I thought your baseball was taking over my Hallmark Christmas festivities.
It is. There will be no more Hallmark movies.
Never will be Hallmark ever again.
Ever again.
The kids are dancing off camera.
There we go. Yes. So,
Okay.
yeah. So there we go.
That's huge.
Wow. Well, that's exciting. I feel like it's going to be a good spot.
It looks like, listen, they have proposed some preposterous locations. One of them being like an Overland Park.
Yep.
Which you can barely drive through Overland Park at 5 o'clock on a
Yeah.
weekday anyways. So the fact that they thought about doing that. And then they talked about North Kansas City, and that just seems lame.
Seems
like
Yeah.
you're in like far, wherever you are now, North Kansas City doesn't make it any better.
No, not closer, not really. Yeah.
Yeah, they had never really talked about the Legends because I think they always knew that that was like a great spot for the Chiefs Stadium. And then
At one point, they talked about the Kansas City Star.
the Kansas City Star building,
Yeah.
which is now a church, I think.
No way.
Yes.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah,
Wait.
I think it's New Story Church bought the Kansas City Star building,
That's crazy.
and it's gonna the like renderings
So,
of it look so
is that
cool.
newspaper
Oh
not a
man,
thing
I want to look it
anymore?
up. Well, it's like all digital. They had this
Yeah.
huge warehouse where they printed
Wow,
off all
I
the
don't know
paper.
anything.
I don't know if you know this, Gracie, but newspapers aren't doing good right now.
They're not. They're really not doing
good.
good.
It's not.
I figured.
I know
Prime
you wake
market.
up.
Of
You wake
course,
up every
of course.
morning and you read your paper, Gracie. But
yeah.
man,
So I know that this is controversial.
ooh,
This
okay.
is.
this.
Oh, this
Gracie
is.
could care less. She's like, ooh, a fun downtown Crown Center Stadium. That'd be so fun. We can go to eat, and then I'll
You
go
go
to
to the game.
3 innings of a Royals game.
The Christmas is staying.
I won't
Hallmark
watch-
Christmas is still there.
I won't watch any of the games.
I won't watch any of the game. I'm there for the music in between people like
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm there for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a good snack.
So, but there are some like diehards that this is very sad to them. Both the Chiefs and Kaufman,
Yeah.
they're like, again, because they don't want change. They like
Yeah.
it the way it was.
Yeah.
And I'm middle of the road. I'm like, I have some nostalgic memories. I went to the playoff games at Kaufman. We had season tickets growing up. And it's amazing.
Wow.
But I'm definitely more of a person that embraces change. And even though I'm a very consistent like person in my
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
when it comes to fun things, it's like, sure, let's change it up.
Yeah.
Let's do
do it.
something new.
Totally.
I'm excited for. It took me a bit, but I've come around where I'm like, this is
Really?
exciting.
Okay.
I feel like change. I'm a big fan of change in a lot of forms. Fun change, non-fun change. I just like the excitement of something new. The moment they started talking about putting the Royal Stadium downtown, I was all for it. I was like, get that nasty Kaufman out of here. Let's do a fun downtown. Like
It's a beautiful ball state. Kaufman is.
Kaufman
though.
really is. That was a
the
joke. That was a joke.
surrounding, it's more of the like the kiosks areas
Yes.
and the food stations area. Those are not very nice. But the
Yes.
actual field and the crown.
Crown, all that
the
is
fountains.
actually nice. The fountain's really pretty. But I love the idea of having it downtown because it's like
Give it a
it's
fun
in the
vibe.
city.
Yeah.
You're gonna go down. You're all about it.
Yeah, so
I'm here for it.
they've got. I'll just play it a little bit until it gets to the picture. But like, I think the view is going to be really cool. I know that if anything that you could get behind
The views
is
gonna
I
be
can
like
get
gorgeous.
behind a
is like
view.
that looks cool with the city. So
Oh
here you
man,
go,
it's gonna be
right
so
there.
cool.
That is
So look, with
actually
that
cool. That's just like
Casey-
you're
See
in
what I'm
the
talking about? You're
city.
in the
I would be
city.
more obliged. I feel like to go to a game. Not that I go to
More
games.
obliged to go to a game.
I will oblige you.
yeah, hear
Okay,
ye, hear
Pastor
ye.
Nicholas, I will oblige.
Oblige.
This request
Yes.
to go to a game. Yes, yes.
Oh.
But that is so gorgeous and so fun.
So fun,
Man.
and it's new. It's new.
It's new.
It's
It's
gonna be.
new.
It's gonna be so beautiful.
And I heard as they develop it, they're developing a bunch of other like shopping area.
Yeah.
It's like a whole entertainment district, not just
Oh,
like
heck
the
yeah.
stadium there. It's supposed to be like
New
more
shopping area.
new restaurants, new fun stuff.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Maybe people would be like going to a game more because they're like out shopping. They're like, is there a Royals game tonight?
I want. Well,
Maybe we can
That's
go.
their hope.
Their hope.
Their thought is we'll get more attendance than we normally do, because the only reason you would ever drive to Kaufman is to go to Kaufman.
Yeah.
But here you could be like, oh, we're downtown. We could like make a whole night of it.
That's literally my whole thought.
Yeah.
One Royals game I go to a year is the one we go to as a church. I would totally go to more games. We'll spend a day downtown, go to a fun restaurant, get some coffee, then we're going to go over, we're going to go to Royals game, then we'll leave and get some dinner.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds awesome.
Such a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the mayor and the people, they were all talking about how this is a news story for Kansas City.
Yeah.
News story for the Kansas City and the Kansas City Royals. And so I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I love new
I'm
things.
excited.
Hey.
Okay, so shout out to Cooper.
Oh.
He sent me
Yeah, I did.
He sent
Yeah,
me
I
a video link, and I thought it was really cool. It,
Ew, I'm so sorry, but
Gracie hates it when I go.
he did this and he did like the nose. Oh, I hate
She
it.
hates it so much. It makes me so
Oh,
happy.
it's just so gross.
typically, I pick out the videos, but he sent me this, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good podcast video." It's about Theo Vaughn.
Yep.
Why don't you share about Theo Vaughn? You know more. I mean, I know
Yeah.
of him, and I've listened to some of his stuff, but you'll definitely have more.
Yeah. So if anybody that's listening that doesn't know, and maybe Gracie might not know his full story, I know you know who he is,
Okay.
but like, so he's a comedian. That's a really famous comedian right now. He's really goofy, really funny, and throughout his life, he has struggled with drug addiction and substance abuse and alcoholism, and he's been very open about his struggle with that, but also his relationship with God. He talks about how he kind of grew up in a Christian home, but then as he kind of was in AA and kind of in recovery, part of the recovery was looking to a higher power. And so he's been dealing with that and struggling with that.
Oh my gosh.
Over this past week, had a really interesting podcast kind of about it, which is the clip that we got for Nick. But yeah.
Yep, I'm going to show you another Theo Vaughn clip.
Different.
I thought about this. I just pulled it up because I was like, just give a little context. So he grew up at Baptist church.
Yeah.
So he grew up in a Baptist church, and he shares on this one. I think it's so funny. It gives some context. He has some church like history, but I wouldn't say that he has really traditionally been following Jesus.
Yes. No. Yeah. And I think he would say that too.
Yeah, he would say that. That he has not been following Jesus, and that's kind of led to a spiraling life. So watch this video of him.
I want
Okay.
that video when I used to sing at the church. See if you can pull that one up.
I love his video.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
but
I know that little
oh,
kid.
Yeah.
I used to let the Lord just use me like a little violin, brother. Yeah, this right here. You'll see.
Young, Mom used to stand me on the altar.
in front of the whole congregation.
Right.
That's you.
He's like
Troy Bolton.
Look. They only offered. Here I am, right here, brother.
So good.
That's so funny. He still has a mullet.
Yo, I didn't even know that.
Hey, in the house of the Lord, everybody's a singer, brother.
So good.
Okay,
my
so there's some
gosh.
history.
Yeah.
He knows
Yes.
church, knows truth, although that looks like a fun.
Well, there was a lot of AI videos for those of you watching.
Yeah.
Wasn't actually him, but
it wasn't?
No, none of those were him. What? No, Nick. None of those were him.
Even I was like, yeah, that's not him.
None of those people were him.
Oh my gosh!
He was
Cooper,
joking.
that's so good.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's so good. I'm a sucker for
That was
AI
crazy.
videos. That's so funny.
Ugh.
So
my
okay,
gosh.
well then he didn't grow up in a Baptist. That's good, dude.
Well, no, he grew up. He grew up in around church.
Okay, because I'm like he talks about it all.
He
the
talks
time,
about it all the time. Grew
but
up.
that's not him.
No, none of those videos were him.
That's such a buzzkill. That's such a buzzkill.
Makes my experience so much more thinking you actually thought it was him.
Oh man,
That's
AI
hilarious.
is
That was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I really wish you didn't tell me that. I wanted to go on believing this because that is epic.
That was so funny.
So many different hairstyles.
That's what
So
I was
many.
like. Yeah, different body shapes, hairstyles.
Okay, so let's watch this next clip. This one's not AI.
No,
Okay,
this
good.
next one's
Okay.
real.
I chose. It's from his podcast. I chose to choose a longer section because it
Yeah.
kind of gives more content, and so it's gonna be a little bit longer than normal. But you can come watch.
You need something,
You
Ainsley?
guys can come watch.
Oh, you're gonna go
Okay.
behind?
So we're gonna watch this.
You come in front.
And again, a little bit longer, but so kids, if you're going to watch, just be quiet and focus, okay?
But at the same time that I was praying, there would be a part of me that knew I was probably going to do those things again, you know? That I was probably going to do those things again. Like, God, please help me. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have this behavior. But there would be a little part of me that was like, I know even as I ask for God's help that I'm going to do it again. I would know that. So I started praying like this. I started praying like, God, please help me with this. You know, this is a broken part of me that I bring to you. I need help with it. And then I would add to my prayer, I would say, and even, God, even as I pray to you right now, there's a part of me that knows I'm probably lying to you. There's a part of me that knows I'm going to do that behavior again. So can you come into that part of me and help me there? Help me in the part of me that knows as I pray that I'm lying. And I don't know if that sounds crazy or not, but I started to think that like a connection between us and a higher power, it's such the realest. It's like in my life, it's one of the realest things that I've ever witnessed, right? Like you go in, like I'll be in meetings and or recovery meetings or and you see people's lives change. You see something happen. You see miracles, right? But that was what was happening. I couldn't change. I tried everything. I tried everything to change. I would tell myself I'm going to do it different. I'm going to do that. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it by myself. And my whole life I'd done everything by myself. I thought I had. And so something that's just been helping me recently is just praying differently, you know? Because whatever's inside of me that's broken is really, it's manipulative and it's, you know, it would be good at pool because it's good at the angles. But so I've just been praying that God comes into those parts of me, you know? Don't just come into like the water inside of me. Come into the well. Come into the walls of the well. Come into the mortar or whatever that's between the bricks. Because I'm broken. Because I'm broken all the way there. You know, and I don't mean that like in self-pity. But if there's a part of me that doesn't even want the best for me, then there's something inside of me that is off. So that's something that's been helping me because some of it's been coming true. And I don't know if it's been coming true. I don't know if that's a term, but I don't know. I'm starting to just feel something different. And then I was looking on this Bible. And there's a story called John 5, and it's about a guy who's at these pools. And some people follow the Bible, some people don't. That's fine. This is just a story that I'm reciting here. And Jesus is at the pools, and it's in Bethesda, and they're like, there's a sick man there, and he's been sick for a long time, and Jesus asks him, "Do you want to be healed?" He asks him, "Do you want to be healed?" And that's a crazy question because, you know, if I get healed, then I'm different. You know, if somebody gets healed, they have a new story. So that's just been something that I've been having to ask myself. It's like, do I want to be healed? Do I really want something different? And sometimes a lot of the answer is no, I don't. I want something different, but I don't want to. I don't know if I'm scared of it. I don't know what I am. I don't know if I don't want to do what it takes to get. I can't even tell what it is. And it's hard for me. Some of this stuff's a little bit hard for me to say. I don't even know why. But I think I want a new story. You know, my story in my life, and I'm sorry to make this about me kind of, but I'm just trying to share, like.
Wow.
That's pretty good. That
was really good.
was good. Yeah, you guys can go back. Oh, we watched.
Oh, my back. Reese with my back.
So yeah, that was a longer video. I could have just played that last part where he was talking about wanting a new story, but I felt like the transparency.
Yeah.
But also the thing that I appreciated was like he's not even like there.
Yeah.
Right. So just seeing somebody in the midst of their story and just like processing and grappling with the fact that they don't know if they really want to change.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
And then the thought of like, there are parts of me that don't want me to have a better life. Like we were talking about, I thought that was such an interesting kind of line that he was saying, is that he's just not, there are parts of him that doesn't want to get better.
Yeah. Yeah. Gracie, what did you think about that?
Man, that was like really good. I like don't know him that much.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but I like know of him. And I also think like maybe things he does or maybe a type of persona that he does have online, if he does, as I say, like have a different story or heal those parts of him, maybe he wouldn't like come across the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking that for him as well, like his whole brand could maybe like be affected by that.
Help me out. Like, are you saying that like some of his brand is like
Yeah.
it's not couth. It's not.
Yes, yeah.
He's a wild guy.
He's a wild guy.
He's a wild guy.
It's his brand. And I'm like, yeah, like maybe that could be hard if you're thinking this could change, you know, like if I do heal, maybe it change the way I think or the way I act. And then like, would this come across the same as it is to like the brand he's made around himself?
Yeah, so if you watch the rest of this he was about to dive into his story, but we would have had to watch like another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so he starts talking about how his mom never looked him in the eye, ever.
Oh my God.
It's like his mom never looked him in the eye ever. And he was like, if the mother that birthed me didn't think I had enough value to look at me in the eye, then why would anybody else? So then he said, I just spent my entire life just completely seeking the approval of others.
Oh my God.
And he said, and so your approval, he's like, your approval matters so much to me. And he's like, but I want a new story. I want to break from that story. I don't want to have to keep, doing things for other people. To your point, it'll totally, that's probably some of that fear when he says, do I want to be healed?
Yeah.
He's like, do I want to be healed? Because then things are going to change.
Things are going to change in my life. And no, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really been interesting. Like I've been following him obviously closer than both of you, but over the past like year and a half, 2 years, you've started to see him kind of have this perspective of his life. Like over the past year, he's kind of had all these TikTok videos and stuff that have gone like viral of him on his podcast where people call in and he just kind of has a conversation with them. And he's started to unpack these feelings and these emotions he's had that he's been like holding in, and about how he's had these like really sad days and the whole thing with his mom and everything. And kind of the same thought of like all of that being like, I don't know, like he's gotten to a point where he was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's been really fascinating.
So it's been ramping up to
Yeah,
this,
totally ramping up.
This like I need something different. I need something different. I found it fascinating to the like beginning part where he talks about how we pray, and I totally like what's the word? Not empathize. Like I can see that perspective.
Yeah.
Where he's like, even in my prayers, I can manipulate my prayers to God, but you can't manipulate God.
Yeah.
And so he's like, so I'm praying differently. I'm not just praying that I'll change because I don't want to change. Like I'm praying to that part of me that doesn't want to change.
I thought that was such a good line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Praying like, man, God, I need to change. But also there's part of me that doesn't want to change. Change that part.
Yeah.
That doesn't want to change. This is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Ainsley's just
Hi,
creeping
sweetheart.
around.
She's just
checking us out.
She's just going around.
Yeah,
So-
she's
Just
checking us out.
don't pull any cords. That's all I ask.
She's just hanging out. Oh,
You just hang. You're fine. We're gonna keep. We're just gonna
I
keep
didn't realize she was right behind me.
I thought his prayer where he was talking about, he said, man, what did he say? He goes, don't just get the water in the well, get the stones that are holding the well together and get the mortar that's holding the stones together.
Yeah.
I think that was so good because I think a lot of people are like, they pray for something, ask God for something or whatever, but the underlying thing that they really want, they don't want God to like mess with.
Yeah, because that's too much work. Oh my gosh.
It's too much work.
Sorry, no, but it's like that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Well, and it's like I've known people that are like prayed for spouses and prayed for things. And like, man, I just desperately want somebody. But in reality, I know them and I know that they're dealing with like a loneliness that they're just trying to fill.
Yeah.
But they're like masking it by being like, well, but if God brings me my spouse, then everything will be fine.
Yeah, I find it to be so encouraging to see this because I'm sure that there's somebody in his life that is praying for him.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Somebody in his life is praying for him, but like maybe hopelessly praying for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like there's like faith-based prayers where you're like, I believe God's going to do it, like, right? And then there's those where you're like, I'm going to pray because I'm supposed to pray, but man, this person seems so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I wanted to kind of talk about this concept of a new story in people. And like, what does that mean for an individual that might be listening, that needs something new, and kind of taking some pieces from this podcast to kind of apply to our life. But then also I wanted to shift it to believing that God can do a new story, even in the most hopeless situation. Right?
Yeah.
And so I'll start with the question of, do I want to be healed? I think that's, I've actually seen that in that story. Like, I think I've preached that before, which is so funny. Like he's just reading that and he's applying it to himself. So there are people out there that are grappling with that question. Let's help them wrestle through it. What does that mean?
Do I want to be healed?
Yeah. Like like the same person as Theo Vaughn out there. Why should they want to be healed? I'll ask that question.
Gracie laughing at his do not disturb.
I forgot to turn on my do not disturb again. It happens.
I was trying not to laugh out loud.
Why should they want to be healed? I think, I've had conversations with a lot of people in my life along these lines of like, why are you doing? Ainsley is cracking me up.
I'm sorry.
You didn't see it, but she like came right through the middle and popped out. Trying to have this serious conversation.
I'm sorry. I can't.
That was so funny. Did you
That
see it in my eyes?
so funny. That was so
I knew
funny.
she was doing it too. I'm like,
That is awesome.
I'm just listen. This is what being a trained parent is like.
Just keep rolling.
I'm just like if Des and I don't have this conversation with a bunch of stuff happening around, we ain't having the conversation. So
That is so funny.
Oh man, that was awesome.
All right. What was I saying?
It was the same. Wait,
Oh.
why do people want?
Yes, I've had a lot of conversation with people. Like, I think the answer, like, why do you want to be healed, is so you're not hurting anymore. Like, I've had conversations with friends in my life who are dealing with similar stuff of substance abuse and feeling hurting, pain with trying to distract themselves. And a lot of times through that conversation comes down to like, because they don't want to hurt anymore.
yeah,
I think is a big thing. And I think some people don't realize they're hurting.
yeah,
They're using distractions. They're using things to fulfill whatever feeling they need to have because they're hurting. And when you finally start having the conversations, they're hurting. And the answer, why do you want to be healed, is so you don't hurt anymore.
yeah. I'll one up that, and yes, but then the flip side of that, I think recognizing I don't want to be hurting anymore, and also I want to find joy in my life.
Yeah.
Like the combo of both, because here's the lie that he's believing, right? When he says, no, I actually don't want to. The lie he's believing is that what he's doing is going to bring him more joy. And yes, he won't be hurting again, but now I'm losing out on the joy that's on the other side.
Yeah, totally.
But it's with God and with Jesus as our Lord and Savior, we stop hurting and we find a greater joy, not just happiness, right? I would say he's experiencing happiness and success in his life.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's still not fulfilling him.
Totally.
And so he's thinking, I'm going to stop hurting, but I'm going to lose all this stuff that's bringing me happiness. So I
Yeah.
won't be happy.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right. But I would just say to him and you
Yeah.
or whoever's listening that when we lay down all those things, everything that we think was making us happy,
Yeah.
God turns that around and gives us something even more.
Yeah.
And how he's saying the things that he thought like was going to bring him happiness. And he's saying like, he kept being like, hey, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do this again. He's like, and I know I'm lying to myself because
Yeah.
you keep saying people don't want to hurt anymore. And maybe things he's talking about like will help with that. But then you keep going through this cycle and then you'll hurt more and more. Then you come to that place again and be like, well, I don't want to hurt anymore. And then you go back to the things you said, I'm not going to do that anymore because you don't know what else to do. You
Yeah.
don't know where else to go to like stop that feeling. But as we're saying, like, okay, but God like will stop that feeling and give you like more, as you said, joy and hope.
Yeah.
But it's just this cycle that is really hard. A lot of people go through it, and like we all go through it with different things of this cycle of trying to fill something, but filling it with the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So, I think that there is a need to believe within the individual. Like that, there's something, we're going to talk in a minute about believing for someone.
Yeah.
But unless you believe for yourself that God can change you
Yeah.
and you start praying like that, I think that's a profoundly deep and more spot on prayer than maybe most Christians pray.
Yeah. I agree.
Which is crazy
Raw
for the
and
non-Christians.
honest.
Yeah.
Because he's recognizing something that maybe those that have been in the faith for a long time just have negated. They're like, okay, I probably am going to still sin.
Yeah.
I'm probably still going to do this. So I'm going to pray, God, take this away. But I know I really am just going to turn around and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, totally.
And so this persistence in prayer and being honest with yourself and honest with God, like God doesn't already know your innermost thoughts.
Yeah.
Right. So trying to be as real and transparent with others and with God in that way, and then seeking out God in that manner. He'll only provide a more genuine relationship
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it starts for an individual in believing that it can change, that you can have a new
Yeah.
story. So then for us as the church, how do we not lose hope in the Theo Vaughns out there, who I guarantee you, if you walked with him for several years, you'd be like, no way. Like,
No
way.
Like, yes, Jesus can, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If Theo Vaughn can.
Yeah, totally.
How do you not lose hope? Gracie, how do you not lose hope?
I'm thinking.
That's what I was like, I'm thinking too.
I'm teasing.
I don't know about how to. Yeah, man, I don't know. Because like I have a story from my life and my family,
Ooh,
but
a
I don't know how I
story.
didn't lose hope. I just didn't.
Well, just
He's just better than the rest of us. He just didn't lose hope.
just didn't lose hope.
He just didn't.
listen.
Just
Just be
don't.
the master pastor.
Just be the master pastor
And
and
don't
just-
answer the question,
just
but
don't
tell a
lose hope.
story.
That's right.
And then everyone later's like, I don't think he
he
answered
answered
the
that
question.
question.
But you just say it so confidently, they don't care.
I think I'll tell you my story, but I think maybe it comes down to like choosing to show up without like trying to have control over the situation. Right. So I had a family member that was in and out of rehab for a long time and was struggling for like a decade of drug abuse and dealing with all that. And we loved him so much. And he was like a huge part of our family. Like wasn't like a distant relative. It was like, man, like I was with him growing up and loved him. And so like one year Morgan got me this prayer journal where it's just every day you write down just different things you're praying about, stuff like that, ask you questions. And every day I was praying for him and just wrote down a prayer and just, I just never gave up. It was just like, I wake up every day and I know this is something I'm going to do. And then like 8 months later, 9 months later, a year later, he calls my grandmother from inside like a rehab place. And he was like, well, Grammy, guess I'm a Christian now.
That's awesome.
Now his life is like totally turned around and it's like incredible. And like seeing him live his life, like I just want to champion him so much, right? With this love that I have from growing up and being around him and being like, man, I never gave up. And I always wanted you to be in the place you're at right now. And so I think maybe that's what it is just like choosing to show up while at the same time releasing control.
Yeah.
I think sometimes that what gets people so discouraged is because they think they have control over it and then it's not working out. And they're like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I have different people in my life that I do still pray for. Some of them, I don't know what the difference is. I have some that I have such a confident hope. I'm like, oh, they're gonna come to know the Lord. I have a family friend who has like fallen away, but I like have such confident hope. I'm like, he's gonna come back to it. I know he knows the truth. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah. And then there are other people I pray for that I'm like, wow.
Wow.
But
We'll see.
yeah, but then I also just think changing my prayers to be like, Lord, like I need you, like you soften their hearts, like you open their eyes. Yeah, like it's not like in my power. I know that, but like still praying on behalf of them, being like, okay, Lord, do whatever work you need to do in their heart. Maybe I don't know everything that's going on in their heart and mind, but I know you do. So I pray you like bring the people towards them. You soften their hearts. You open their eyes and their minds. But yeah, it can be hard to like keep that hope. I don't know. When you do pray for somebody so long, like I've had people I've been like hoping for and praying for years, but I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I need to up my hope, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm thinking
I need
right
to up
now.
my hope.
I need to up my hope.
Well, I don't struggle with that. So
Yeah, you guys never lose
We don't.
hope.
Yeah,
You
we
know-
don't.
Yeah,
we never
yeah,
lose
my
hope.
bad, my bad.
no, I'm with you. I'm with you more. You know, it's funny what we all kind of struggle with in different ways because I've seen. So I tend to struggle more with those that are like far, far, far away from God. I absolutely believe that at any moment God can capture their heart.
Yeah.
But it's not, so it's not maybe a hope thing. It's just more of like a getting tired of waiting.
Yes,
It's not,
exactly.
it's not a lack of belief that can happen. It's just like, okay, I'm just going to put him over here and eventually God's going to get him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that on the shelf for
I'm gonna
now.
put
him
it
on
on
the
the shelf,
shelf. I've
and
been
then I
waiting
don't
for a
think
hot
about him.
second.
Then I don't pray for him.
Yeah.
Right? Then I don't reach
Yeah.
out to them
Yep.
because I've kind of put them on the shelf of the lost.
I
And-
tried for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prayed for a while. Yeah.
And then, so I struggle with that. Again, not losing hope, but just losing focus.
Yeah.
And then the thing that I don't struggle with very much, but I think that a lot of Christians do, maybe even more than praying for the lost,
Oh.
is the people that are believers that are in the midst of God shaping a new story, but they walk with them through their mess so much that they get just so, what's that word? Jaded.
They get jaded. Yeah.
They get so jaded. And I've seen it here at this church. I've seen it with people that are just messy and then just people losing hope in that person because they've been
Yeah.
punched one too many times.
Yeah.
Or they've been kicked one too many times or blindsided one too many times. And for whatever reason, this is my thorn, but I tend to have just immense hope and grace with those that are I'm like, but I think it's because I'm like, okay, I recognize that person's messy and they're walking through a new story right now. The story's not complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I changed my perspective on them. My expectations for them are less. I'm still holding them to a standard, still pushing them to be better, but then not surprised or shocked when they fail,
Yeah.
or they do something
Totally.
dumb, or
Yeah.
they run away and then come back. And I'm always here. I'm like, hey,
Hey,
I'm like the dad.
missed
I'm like the
ya.
dad. I'm like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dad of the prodigal son. And I just find it very easy to have a prodigal dad mentality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also true, like, I think the reason that it makes, I'm kind of more with you, where I'll like not forget about somebody, but it's like I prayed for them for a bit. I think I just get so excited and so happy when I know the person that's in the messy situation and they're changing things or they're coming around, or like I just want to champion them so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
why I feel like that side of me doesn't get discouraged with those kind of things. But I also know so many people that it's like, yeah, whether it's the person in front of them that hurt them or they've been hurt by somebody in the past, that when they see somebody saying that they're trying to live this life differently, that it's like they're so much more guarded,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? Which I think keeps that hope from being there versus being somebody that champions them. It's like the dad and the prodigal son. The dad was like, yeah, he took all my money and wasted all of it. But he was championing him for being back. Yeah.
I think it's a pride issue for Christians that have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's like a disgust for sin, or maybe it's a disgust for like they feel like they're dishonoring God and then coming back and like oh, I love Jesus. No, I don't, like, or
Yeah.
or I'm gonna mess up all these relationships. So maybe it's a disdain for that. But I think when somebody's been personally pinged, like a leader that's leading somebody, they've been pinged. I think it's a pride issue because you're like, nope, fool me once.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not going to get got again.
Totally.
And there's some reality to that. There's some goodness to that. Like you have to be wise, but then there's also the reality that we're dealing with messy people.
Yeah.
And we have to be
100%.
gracious.
Yeah, totally. Everybody's a little messy.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little messy.
Everyone's a little messy. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Everything.
Okay, guys. Anything else you want to say? You got anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, kids, come on in. You got
come on
you got to
in.
come
Last
in
final
for the
thing.
ending. Oh, yes.
Oh, so we
yes,
switched
I
up.
get my girl. All right.
Said Hadley?
My
Okay. Have you guys ever watched our podcast?
Yeah, have you ever watched before, Hadley?
I think so.
You think
I
so?
think so.
You maybe heard mom listening
Yeah,
to it, or
maybe.
you heard.
That's what Reese goes when mom listens.
Yeah, when mom listens. Well, guys, we always end off every podcast the same way. And
Yeah.
we're going to let you do it for Bring Your Kids to Work Day.
This
Okay.
is exciting.
So here's how it goes. We always say, okay, that's all we got for you. We wish everybody they had a great week. And then I always say, what do I say?
Say, well, it's Friday,
Well,
which
yeah,
means
you know what we always say? It's Friday, and then they say, which means it's always Sunday.
almost Sunday.
Almost Sunday. Wow, I really screwed
Yeah,
that
you're
up.
really having a hard time.
Okay, so Hadley,
Yeah.
you're gonna say,
You got it.
what is it?
Like,
Well,
it's Friday.
Oh, yep. You're gonna say, well,
What is going on right now? Oh,
I think it's
Nick,
me
say
not doing it, me
Nick.
explaining it to somebody makes it so. Okay, you're gonna say, you know what we always say? It's Friday.
You can say that.
You can
You
say,
know what we always say? It's Friday.
which means it's
almost
almost
Sunday.
Sunday. All right, guys.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great week.
confetti, confetti, confetti. Jack, throw that in post. A bald eagle! Lightning bolt!
And
That's it.
curtain closes.
You hear a piano in the background. All right.
They're silly, Hadley.